Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and happy Thursday to you all. We're gonna keep on going with a little bit of catch up we have to play. Admittedly, we don't have to go back too far in time to play catch up, but we're going back in time nonetheless. We have an SM Classics project, and you know how much I love an SM Classics project. But this isn't just any old ordinary SM Town Classic Orchestra. This is a Seoul Philharmonic SM Classics interpretation of an SM classic. This is the Seoul Philharmonic's orchestral version of EXO's Growl. Now, this was not the song I would have expected to get not just the SM Town Classic Orchestra treatment, but the Seoul Philharmonic treatment. But, I mean, admittedly, Growl is huge as a song, so am I upset by the fact that this is an SM Phil, like Seoul Phil song? No, not at all. In fact, when it comes to these SM classics slash Seoul Philharmonic SM like rearrangements, there has not been a single miss for me. That's also coming from someone who played violin for 11 years, who also has a bit of a biased view towards things, but you know, it's all subjective at the end of the day when it comes to music, and I, as a violin player myself, love these classical rearrangements. So let's check this one out. DJ, roll the intro. This is going to be something that editing room floor me needs to figure out, but I have no idea what intro to use for this. Because it's an SM Classics thing. But it's also of a boy group. So do I use the boy group intro, or do I use like the alt intro, or do I use the band intro because it's technically an orchestra? I don't know. I'll figure that out in a minute. But SM Classics doing Udrong or Growl by EXO. I'm actually, out of all the Seoul Phil ones, I reckon this one might be the one that I'm most curious about. Because I can't really imagine what an orchestral version of Growl would sound like. With their most recent like Seoul Phil one was Into the New World by Girls' Generation. That one I could kind of imagine what it would sound like in an orchestral setting. I have no idea what this could be. So let's check it out. Here we go. Better shake hands with the concert master. Oh, we didn't see it. What on earth? Oh my goodness. It's strangely pretty. Like, Growl's one of those songs that for me, like, kind of puts a stank face on. I'm amazed by this. Okay, shout out the composer for this because they have done a worldy. I like the little muted elements. They're doing a lot with not just dynamics, but actually like physically muting the instruments. Little triplet run there. I also like how that motif is being interwoven throughout the song. There we go. Oh. Oh, we're going for like phase 2? I like the big triplet moments. It does add a texture that you really don't get. Get a little graceful with it one time. And I love the sudden, like, heaviness. Gee, with the fresh cut, with the fresh trim. Wow. Oh, that ending was not how I was expecting. Kind of a big grandiose finish, kind of like classical music back in the day. I was wondering where they were gonna go with that, but honestly though, shout out the team behind this, because this arrangement, this classical arrangement, might be one of the most modified is the wrong word, but like most manipulated classical like rearrangement that the Seoul Phil SM Classics have done in a hot minute. Like, admittedly, I do not have a very long history with EXO and their music. Like, for those of you who know my journey through EXO, I didn't know about their group stuff. Like, I didn't listen to group EXO stuff directly. Just never really not connected to it. That's the wrong way to phrase it, but I just never really took the dive and listened to a whole lot of EXO music. I'll see it pop up here and there and I'll know about it. And then, of course, you know, there's some songs that are huge among the rest of the industry, like with Love Shot. Everyone and their mothers have covered it by this point on like live stages and things like that. So, of course, they know it that way. But my first comeback with EXO was Cream Soda era and that entire Exist album, which was a very good time, by the way. And just kind of like going through and slowly piecing together the pieces of EXO that I've been missing over the years. So I don't really have a close attachment to Growl. And like, I don't really know the song very well to the point where like I can replay it in my head and know exactly where in the song I am. So by listening to the orchestral version of it, I think that separation from the original is more pronounced because there's less opportunities for my brain to pick up on what I recognize from the original. And that makes this version really intriguing to listen to for me. It's something about it is I like the constantly repeated motifs of the da 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 da. That is spread out throughout the song in various instruments and various different keys. But it's, for me, like listening to it, it's not reliant on the iconic parts of Growl. They've done so much with the arrangement of it that where it almost feels like it's sampling Growl rather than rearranging Growl, and that makes it really cool to listen to. Um, what I was talking about with the ending, old classical pieces, there are certain composers from back in day, as I like to say, with like Beethoven, Mozart, Bach concertos. Some of them, you'll get to the final portion of the song and it will just never end. Like it'll just keep be chord, 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 held note, one last chord to finish. I was kind of expecting that to happen because this was a Seoul Phil arrangement. We got that in the Into the New World Seoul Phil rearrangement. But in this, it was actually pretty snappy. Like they went boom, and then they cut it. Like, we'll go again. And that's how they finished. It's nice and firm and short, and it's you end on an impact. You don't end with the nice drawn out classical chord sequence or like the classical outro sequence, if you want to call it that. And I like it. Honestly, like I say this every single time, but I love the fact that SM Classics is a thing. Because I truly do think that there is a little bit of a special kind of magic that comes attached to orchestral music. And I do say that from a biased point of view because I played in orchestra growing up for 11 years. Like fourth grade onwards, I was part of string quartet, string ensemble, full orchestra. So I know firsthand what it feels to produce this giant project of a song or a piece in an orchestral setting. It's really pretty. And to see that kind of power be translated into such an iconic song from K-pop history, it's like you get the iconicness and you get the power and the cultural hold of the original K-pop song, but you get it in the sophistication and you get it in the power and you get it in the finesse of a classical orchestra. And genuinely, like within the K-pop sphere, no one does it like SM Classics does. And the fact that SM have an entire branch dedicated to this kind of stuff is amazing. Even more so, the fact that they have the flippin' Seoul Philharmonic Orchestra to get involved with these. Because it's not every single SM Classic release that gets the Seoul Phil treatment. It's, I think, what? Feel My Rhythm, Into the New World, Growl. There might be one more that I'm missing, but for like every 2 or 3 SM Classics orchestral remakes, only one of them get the Seoul Phil treatment. And honestly, having Growl be that song, I think is really cool. But that is it from me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be, checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. Excuse me. And no matter where you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.